That's right, Carol, and actually, a panel of the state parole board had approved the release of Richard McBrayer for next week, reportedly in part for good behavior. But the prosecutor says he has never accepted responsibility for the crime. He has blamed the victim and remains a high risk if he gets out. The victim, 17 years after this happened, told us tonight she absolutely agrees.
Not only did he rape me, I was like I was like his prisoner.
This 31-year-old mom is fighting the release of 53-year-old Richard McBrayer from prison, fighting it, saying she fears what he would do if he gets out. She was his victim.
Know that if you let Richard McBrayer out, he is going to do this to another girl or boy, because he likes children, and he's going to kill him this time because he's not going to get caught again.
McBrayer, who has served 17 of his 20 to 40-year sentence, was scheduled to be paroled next week. But the Macomb County prosecutor filed an emergency appeal for a stay, and a judge said yes, giving the prosecutor time to argue against parole for McBrayer.
He's as evil gets, and he wants revenge. She took his freedom from him. She was 14 and outsmarted a predator.
She is the mom of the victim who married McBrayer when he was an Eastland Mall police officer and a karate teacher and a volunteer in programs for safe children. The victim says McBrayer raped her from age 11 to 14 at the karate studio and many other places, including the basement and bathroom of her own home, while other relatives were in the home. She says it happened sometimes 5 or 6 times a day.
I would have my family around, and he would come into the bathroom. They wouldn't even know I was in there, and he would rape me, come back out like it was nothing. But he told me if I told, he's going to kill me. I tried to commit suicide twice.
She finally told her grandfather after she was physically ill from the sexual abuse, and after she says McBrayer made a plan to kill her mom. McBrayer was arrested and ended up pleading guilty to 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct in the first degree. The victim says it could have been 2,000 counts, and she and her family feel he needs to serve all 40 years.
I survived, and I want to continue to live. I know that I have God in my life now that I didn't believe in. He couldn't take that from me.
How many more of our children do we have to serve up to these animals before they start making laws to keep them in prison for life?
Now, the victim and her mom say they will be at the hearing when the prosecutor argues his case. The victim says she has more evidence that wasn't released at trial. She also says she's seeking a protection order because she's been contacted by a member of McBrayer's family, and there's to be no contact. In the newsroom, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7 Action News.
Wow, just horrifying to hear that young woman recount what happened to her as a child. So when is the hearing, and what will happen, Cheryl?
Well, each side has 20 days to respond to all this, so it could be in about 40 days, a month and a half. Then they'll have the hearing, and the judge will decide. And then the parole board, they'll all talk about it. He could get out. He could serve the entire 40 years or somewhere in between. We will certainly keep you posted.
Absolutely. We'll have to follow it to the end. Thank you so much.